My name is Guido. I'm the IT director for Summit Pathology. We have offices all over northern Colorado. We even stretched down to Colorado Springs, and recently we just opened up offices in Cheyenne, Wyoming. My experience with the laboratory that I'm in, I actually started off in the grossing world as a gross tech and was very interested in the LIS that we were using at the company. It seemed like there was a lot more power behind it than what we were actually using. So, or maybe 2 years ago, LigoLab held a conference, user group conference, and they invited me to come. I attended, and it was intense workshops with developers, with the help desk, with support, hands-on stuff that you don't really get with kind of a lot of companies. Because in the last 2 years, we have grown from 10 pathologists now to 23 pathologists and covering so much more area. So we had to have these efficiencies, the communication that LigoLab has opened up with us. To be specific, this creation of tags and workflow actions, it's a tool that LigoLab created that it's almost kind of, if you can think it, then you can do it using this system. We've built interfaces with our dictation system. Hospital systems, the support for interfaces has been wonderful. And that's really helped out with our client relationships. The support in general with an LIS, with LigoLab, is it's unique. I'd never really have that. If I'm working with another EMR, I don't necessarily get the same kind of hands-on contact or somebody calls me back in a timely manner. Working with LigoLab, Surin, Tony, Edward will be available. They'll make time for you, which is very, very special. They'll not only make time for you, but then pass that project down the line to capable hands, whether that be a developer or a help desk person. I've never had necessarily an outstanding problem that wasn't solved with the help from LigoLab. One thing that I wanted to touch on, going back to our QC process, we're actually able to track on an individual basis the error rates of our accessioners, which leads to retraining. And in the laboratory, accessioning there's a lot of turnover there. So to be able to track quickly, identify what mistakes users are making and take that corrective action is hugely beneficial. To set up queues for people to work if there's missing information. And the beauty of it is that we're able to push these specimens along and then fix the problems as we're processing. So the turnaround time for the patient is paramount. So I would say that's been a huge success. The pathologists love it, and at the end of the day, it serves our patients in the best possible way. As we've grown, it's incredible. Our turnaround times have gotten better. We're actually able to capture all of those metrics within LigoLab, report them to various hospitals, whether that be on a hospital basis or a pathologist basis. There's so much information that is captured in LigoLab, and then you're able to specifically drill down, take what information you need. The fact that from order entry to grossing to histology, then to case sign-out, this specimen started off as tissue and ends up as a glass slide for diagnosis is trackable the entire way through. Our pathologists love it. Our histology director loves it. It provides an unequal level of quality control that we didn't have before. That's kind of the power, is that your LIS should serve you. You shouldn't have to do a lot of workarounds or go out of the system and depend on another piece of software. So many labs that I've visited, they've had so much middleware and they have to run these programs in parallel. And with LigoLab, it's amazing because it's built in. And if it's not built in, they're pretty good about building it for you. To be able to know exactly where maybe say GYN slides are at any given point, whether that's out of our main hub of the laboratory for a send out test or when it comes back, that we know exactly where that specimen is. Again, if you can think it, if there's a process, if there's a problem, we've been able to use this to track quality, to improve client relationships, to see where our clients maybe fall short, to see where best serving our clients. And this is, again, all within the LIS. It's not that I have to go outside of it. I can live in this software and accomplish so many different tasks.